The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman sophomore guard, Zack Pangallo. Zach, we take a look at the backcourt today and what Carson-Newman brings to the table. You have yourself, you have Charles Clark. You want to toss Mason Bates back into that mix, you probably can. Yeah. How do you sum up what the Eagles bring to the table for guards this year?
Well, we bring in a lot of new guys this year. We got Reese Anderson, who's a freshman, DeJuan Perry, who's a freshman, Cam Holmes, who's a freshman, and then brought in two transfers, Sean Jones and Malik Jones. So, they're all athletic guards, so they bring a lot to the table as far as athleticism. Like Reese is a really good athletic guard who can get to the rim, and he can dish the ball real well, and he can get fouled. DeJuan Perry, he's another just athletic guard. He's got good bounce. He can shoot a little bit, and he's quick. He's got quick first step. Cam Holmes is just another good guard. He can shoot. He can handle the ball. He can defend. All really three freshmen are athletic enough to defend. Mm-hmm. And you got Sean Jones, he's a junior going into this year, so he's kind of got that college mindset in him already. And he's a physical guard. He can get to the rim whenever he wants, basically. And then Malik's just a dead-eye shooter. He can pull up from wherever, and he can really shoot the ball real well.
What's the biggest difference from last year's guard core to this year's guard core?
We're just deeper, I think. Last year, really, we had Charles. We had B. Mason was back there. We weren't really guard deep. We weren't really deep at all last year. This year, we brought in a lot of new guards that can all really bring the ball up. Not one person has to bring the ball up every time. We have a bunch of people who can get a rebound and go, which will just help with our transition offense. You
talk about depth. I think it was Brevard last year at their place. You're ahead by 50. Final moments, the game's well in hand. And Charles Clark, who I don't think anybody wants to play in the final 4 minutes of a game that you're ahead by 50, has to come in because I think either you or Mason dinged something up.
Pretty sure it was me. I'm pretty sure I messed up. I had like 2 turnovers. Yeah, that was me.
So what's that competition, what's that depth done for this team in the preseason?
It's just help. Like I said before, it's not one person has to bring the ball up every time. You got multiple guards that can bring the ball up. So I think that's going to help us a lot when teams try to pressure us because we don't really have one really true point, really. We have a bunch of different point guards that can bring the ball up. So I think compared to last year, this year, it's just a whole lot easier with guards because, like I said, anyone can get a rebound and go.
What's the biggest difference in your game that you've worked on in the offseason?
A lot of it's just being smarter. Last year I was a freshman. I made a lot of freshman mistakes. So this year I'm coming into it. I already have experience, so I already know what to expect coming in. So a lot of it is just being smarter. I've worked on, pulling up off the dribble and stuff like that over the summer, but I think this year my mentality is just being a smart guard and being the smartest guard on the floor.
Turnovers were an issue last year for this team. Have you guys done anything specific to try to cut down on that? I know nobody wants to turn the ball over, but has that been an area of emphasis, or have you tried to put it out of your minds just to avoid thinking of it to get it down?
Yeah, it was definitely, like you said, it was a problem last year. So coming into this year, you know that in the back of your head that turnovers last year killed us, and this year we want to make it different. So I think it's an emphasis, but it's not really like, don't turn the ball over. It's just knowing to be smart, like I said, just a lot of smart decisions rather than trying to force stuff.
What has Charles Clark added to his game, if there is anything left to add to a guy who averages near 20 points a game?
He's still the same type of athlete and the same type of guard that he was last year. I would say he's gotten a little bit more athletic this year. If you can even say that. But yeah, he's a natural scorer. He can get to the basket whenever he wants. It's just overall he's just the same player, but I would say more experience after being here. This is his 3rd year. Yeah. So he's a preseason All-American, I think. Yeah. So he's got his confidence should be high going into this season.
You kind of touched on Malik, a sharpshooter, Sean Jones, a player who's played the college game. If you had to lump all of the newcomers into the NBA Live or NBA 2K category, where do they fall for the newcomers?
You talking about like ratings and stuff?
Passer score.
Yeah. Okay, I see where you're coming. I mean, Malik, he's like I said, he's a dead-eye shooter.
Mm-hmm.
He can still handle the ball. He can come off screens and pull up for a jump shot. He can get to the rim too. Sean, he's another one. He's probably a drive-first type of guard, but he can shoot the ball as well. He's a type of player that if you leave him open, he'll be able to knock it down. Reese, he's got a nice little pull-up game, jump shot, but he can get to the basket really well. That's one I would say his best attribute. Cam, he's a pure shooter for the most part. He can get to the rim, but he's a good dead-eye shooter. And DeJuan, he's kind of a combination of everyone. He's not really better at one thing. He's all solid at one thing. He can drive the ball. He can shoot. He's really athletic.
Now, you've put it in my head, 2K ratings. Among the guards, who has the best 2K rating on the team and in what stat category?
It's probably me.
Turnovers?
Yeah, turnovers, yeah. 2K rating. Best guard with 2K rating. I don't know, that's tough because like I said, I mean, there's a lot of guards that can do a lot of different things. So I'm not going to answer that. I don't want to put myself in a bad situation, so I'm going to let that one go.
We'll go with you for turnovers then.
Yeah, that's fine. They'll be different this year.
Zach, thanks for the time. Good luck this year.
Thanks, Kev.
That is Carson-Newman sophomore guard Zack Pangallo. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is CNEagles.com.